This episode brings the second year of Famidaily to a close. It actually bothers me a little bit that I still have 2 weeks of games from 1990 to go. Things just couldn't quite line up nicely for this one. Like last year, there's another video that went up with this one where I go over the state of the project. For the final Famicom game that I'm presenting in 2022, I have Hissatsu Shigotojin, a murder mystery adventure game, but one unlike any that we've seen so far. Since it was published by Bon Presto, you can bet that this is a licensed game. Hissatsu Shigotojin was one of the most popular period dramas on Japanese television. It started airing in 1979 and then would come back every couple of years with a new season. And before this game, the most recent season had been in 1987. The concept is that there was a team of absolutely deadly assassins who would take jobs only if they agreed that the person had to die. They killed the rich and powerful who they decided committed unforgivable sins. In the game, you're playing the role of the main character, Nakamura Shusui. The team is called in after a village is raided and all of the children abducted. But as they investigate, they uncover a far larger conspiracy. The story plays out as though it were a lost episode of the television show. As you progress in the story, there are a ton of cutscenes, usually when another dead body is piling up. And as you might expect for a game based on a team of assassins, this adventure game gets pretty bloody. You investigate from an overhead view similar to Dragon Quest, and hit the A button to bring up a menu. This menu lets you talk, search, or use an item. When you meet somebody important, you'll go to a close-up view where you can see the characters. And these are all caricatures of actors from the show. Yeah, they look a little bit goofy, but I think it makes them more recognizable. In these close-up scenes, you can ask them about certain topics, show them items from your inventory or hand those items over, examine the person, threaten them, or leave. The big challenge in this game is just finding the next clue. While sometimes you know exactly where to go, there's also a lot of geographic ground to cover if you're unclear on what's happening. At least you can save your progress by going to any of the shrine gates. There's one battery save slot here. On 4 occasions in the game you'll be attacked by someone, and you go to a Dragon Quest style combat. Here you can choose to attack, defend, or hide. If you hide and then make a successful attack while you're hidden, then you do extra damage. The thing about these combats is that there really isn't any strategy to them. If you just keep attacking, odds are you're going to win. Since what the enemies do in combat is randomized, you can't really plan for it. The one big exception to that is if they hide, in which case the correct move is to hide yourself so that their attack misses, and then you hit them instead. Hissatsu Shigotojin is a very short game. When I had to stop recording after about an hour, I was working my way through the last chapter. Yeah, if you're not playing with a guide, it will take you a little bit longer, but not that much longer. From what I can tell, the game Hissatsu Shigotojin was pretty well received. It doesn't have an enormous fan base, but everyone I found who mentioned it mentioned that it was a good game. And Retro Gaming Superstore Super Potato keeps an autographed copy in their display case right next to the contest prize cards. Despite the fact that everybody seems to like this game, this is the only Hissatsu Shigotojin game out there. The show never got another game. I feel that I always have to mention that adventure games can be tough for me, since I just don't have the time to work my way through them naturally. I'm playing with a guide, and I'm not even really reading the text here as it zips by. But even like this, I can tell that the presentation of Hissatsu Shigotojin is exceptional. This is one of the more accessible mystery adventure games I've seen on the Famicom. I think merging the overhead exploration with the close-up interrogations was a good format. They even managed to avoid the thing that I hate in these adventure games, having to do the same action over and over again until you get a different result. This is a mystery adventure game that just wants to present you with a cool story in a cool way. And it seems to work.